Alright, guys, so you have made to the second part with Jaya Khanna, and in this part, we're gonna talk about mental health hacks. You better watch it to the until the end, and so that you can watch the next part also, that is about success, right? So let's go into it. So, Jaya, mental health is a huge issue which people rather try not to talk about. And I don't know why does people feel ashamed to be open about it in some way. So Jaya, what causes depression or anxiety? This is the first question I may ask.
Yeah, sure. Stress, anxiety, depression, and mental health, they may or may not be linked. First of all, let me clarify you what is mental health. Mental health is basically your coding inside how you think, how you feel, and how you act.
Mm-hmm.
So this can be positive and negative both.
All right.
So when it is negative, then it comes to stress, anxiety, and depression. So when it's positive, you are as it is doing good, you're progressive, you're growth oriented, you are success oriented.
Mm-hmm.
So it should not be considered as, if you're talking about mental health, it is a negative thought, it's a negative concept. It may or may not be a negative concept if it is only the point of concern.
All right.
So it should not be taken as a stigma that we are talking, and if the person is not mentally fit or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It should not be treated as that. So if we're talking about it, it can be considered as mental health and mental illness.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah. So it's about when you're talking about mental health. So it's all your coding inside that, and it's all linked. How you think, feel, and act. It's like a circular thing. So it's like always one after one. It's linked. What you're thinking gives you some kind of a feeling, and that leads to some kind of a behavior, and you act accordingly. So this is all coding. And how you find out, it's important. You can actually do the self-assessment of your mental health.
Okay.
It's easy to do. It's very much visible.
Okay.
So you can do the self-assessment. You need not to have to ask for it. So it's like you can judge your mental health through your physical state, through your emotional state, and through your social state. All so right. If I explain it a little bit more, so it's like physical state is like if you are not feeling good inside, so and your thought process is not going right or not in the positive way, you are not feeling right, the actions are also happening. That has an impact on the physical health as well. What you are thinking inside becomes your physical health. So the signage can be like that you're having headache, or maybe the cramps, or maybe any kind of a symptoms that comes up, that's because of the mental health. All right. So you can assess yourself that something not going fine with me. So it is not that, suppose you are having headache. So you understand, I'm having headache, and you take a pill and you think that you're sorted. It's important to do the self-assessment. Why I'm having a headache? Is that the cause of a headache? What is that stress and that causing me headache? Yeah. So you do the self-assessment. Try to identify that spot, and if you take care of this spot, you will not have the headache. You may not be needed root cause. So you don't even need a medication for it. If you take care of this thing, the core cause. Okay. So the physical symptoms, yes, you can definitely identify looking at your own self or looking at somebody. Yes, the physical symptoms are very much visible. And same goes for the emotional state. Looking at the emotional state also, you can very well assess your mental health. So if your mental health, you are fine, you are healthy mentally, you are thinking good. So it comes out in emotions like your happiness. You are like enjoying. All right. You are celebrating. So these are like, you can very well have that you are going good in that. Whereas if you're not doing good inside, then you may have that symptoms, emotional symptoms like sadness, sorrow. You keep yourself away from things, disinterested in many things, indecisiveness.
Mhm.
So you can very well assess yourself. Yes, how is the
Exactly.
thing, the working inside? And same goes, I mean, socially also you can very well identify how's the health, mental health going on. Because socially is your how you are maintaining your relationships.
Yeah. With friends, family, relatives. Yeah.
Yeah, you can very well identify how what the thought process is going on, how is your mental health doing.
Exactly.
So,
So, how can we tell if someone has a mental health problem, at the first place? Like, how can we identify them?
yeah, like the way I said, it is very much visible through the physical state, the emotional state, and the social state.
Yeah.
Looking at the person, you can very well judge out that something is not happening right inside.
Mhm.
So the symptoms are there outside.
Like,
So
you.
and that leads to even like the person who is not having more towards mental illness. So that loses the self-worth also. So that loses the self-belief also. The performance also goes down.
Exactly. So, how can I speak and help someone with same health problem like anxiety, depression? How will I, talk with those people who are having this kind of issues? Because
There
they
are
may be
only
expecting something, they won't expect something from other people once they're in that kind of state mostly. So it's really hard for someone who actually understand them, but they try to get to them and it doesn't work all the time. So what are the process you can say that will help?
say, yeah, I mean, if you have identified that somebody is not going right, or the mental health needs some kind of a help or some kind of a thing, so the first thing that you need to do is to show love.
Exactly.
Showing love, making them again regaining their strengths, regaining their passion, helping them to regain their passion, and then showing them the possibilities.
Like the trust also,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that you, I mean, the person will only listen to you or if the trust is already there. So self belief is important, that you develop his self belief, and that's done through showing love and showing uh, uh, you can show love and you can show the possibilities and you can help him uh, regain his strength and the passions, so that he starts thinking positive.
Exactly. That's really important. So,
Yeah.
Jaya, are there drugs or therapy better for mental health? Like, for the PTSD? Like, if I may say, like, as for many medicines, which also have some addictive nature to it, right? So
Yeah.
when you're in mental health, these medicines are really have
Yes.
addictive nature. So what do you
Yes.
suggest
Yes.
about these things?
See, you need to have the medical help if you reach to that state. But mental health is one thing which can be manipulated through mindset and perception. If you are feeling stuck, so you just need to change your mindset and you need to have that perception. Yes, you can manage the things. Develop your self belief. With that, you can actually have the different scenario for your own self. You don't need the medications. But if it has been prolonged for a long time and you are not able to take charge of your mindset, develop a different perspective of the things, then you may need to go into the medical help.
Exactly.
And definitely along with taking the medical help, then also if you take a professional help and go, I mean, I can say about the life coaching, we help developing different mindset, looking at the things differently. So it's just the tweaking of the mindset is required, and you are able to you can start taking charge of yourself.
Yeah, a change is important.
Yes, change the mindset, and it's basically a fixed mindset and the growth mindset. The fixed mindset leads to stress, anxiety, depression kind of a thing, that you feel that you're stuck here. If you tweak your mindset, make it to the growth mindset, then you are moving, you're progressing then.
Exactly. So, Jaya, what are the mental health hacks, if you say, that can help us all? Like, what is the best way to improve our mental well-being?
Um, Actually, you can start your mental health with the self-care. So either you can do the self-care or you make yourself available to the person who needs the care. And the most important thing is always remember that you should always be ready to ask for the help. So it is important, never hesitate. It's okay to ask for the help. And the hacks can be the most important thing is to have the mental diet plan. What is mental diet? Yes.
That sounds
so the
interesting.
right. So what is the right food for your mental health? So
Okay.
right food can be the things that interests you,
Okay.
that the things that you are very fond of. It can be listening to music, it can be going out for drive, it can be something that you read, you talk to certain people that gives energy to your brain. So it is important to have a mental diet plan, that every day you are doing something, you're feeding your brain with positivity, with energy. The
So
next important thing,
you're saying that
sorry.
the positive energy, or you're saying like the dopamine kind of thing.
Yes, the hormones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So another important thing is to add more of buzz moment in your life. So the buzz moment are the moments where you are in your happy state. Buzz moments, like the way you're saying, the dopamine and the endorphins and all. So you enjoy that. It's like that when you are doing certain things and the time just fly by, you don't come to know how much time you have spent in there, and you are enjoying yourself. So
Yeah.
if you add more of this, that's a dose to your mental health.
But if I say so, like the social media or the addiction, that's the dopamine itself, right? So that will comes in a negative manner if you say as a dopamine, you know.
Well, if you take that social media or certain things into extreme level, it's kind of misusing it, then it becomes negative.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can take more energy from social media as well. It can be giving you, adding value to you, adding positivity to you as well. So it's
Yeah.
on you that what you choose to give to yourself.
Yeah, definitely, you know. But nowadays people if I'm working in a digital marketing area or something like that, then definitely I gotta use these things like phones, social media, YouTube, and every kind of thing. But if I say, like, you know, the other people, general people who just use the social media to like for 2-3 straight hours just watching plenty of videos, plenty of laughing videos or the memes you say, so that creates a dopamine itself in their mind. So it is time consuming also, and is really distressing. People doesn't know how to proceed with it, right?
Yeah, it is important to understand that where to stop, where it is going negative to you. Spending some time on social media can be a buzz moment for somebody. It's okay to spend time just scrolling through the Facebook or watching random videos or anything. That can be a dose of energy to them. But they should know where they have to stop. The other things are not compromised. So these mental hacks are very important. So the first one is, as I mentioned to you, is mental diet planning.
Okay.
So you add on certain moments in your life where you give food to your brain that gives you happiness. It can be listening to music, watching TV, or maybe reading books and all. Another thing is that you do the things which makes you happy, like the buzz moments.
All
That you just feel like doing that. Add that on a daily basis to your life. And you have to surround yourself with the people who add on value to you, not pulling down, not taking away the energy from you. So these are all valuable people that gives energy to you. So you need to spend more time with such people.
Exactly.
So it is being conscious about where you're spending time with the people around. And then another important thing is that you must have a growth or the progress map in front of you. So you must plan up your goal. Have a vision for that. Maybe build up a vision board. Vision board is a beautiful activity that we do in a life coaching program.
Okay.
So you visualize your goals. So you it's a pictorial representation.
Pictorial. Okay.
So yeah, so that gives you the side that where you are heading to, that gives you a push, that motivates you, that inspires you, that you have to be keep doing the things. So these are the small bits of energy diets that you can give to yourself on a daily basis.
Exactly. Yeah,
So
I think that's really important.
these are important hacks for your mental health.
Yeah, these are the mental hacks. Listeners, you really need to hear this mental hacks. So Jaya, I think the things you have said was really important and very useful. So the life coach you have, can you please tell us more about it and let our viewers know that how, I'll put in the description about everything and they can go through your, profile and check if they need some help, right?
Yeah, sure, anytime. So life coaching is it's a transformational journey.
Mhm.
It's a transformation from wherever you are to wherever you want to be.
Okay.
So it's a transformation of your mindset. It's empowering yourself with better vision. It's outcome oriented.
Mhm.
So it is, we do it through a program. So it's a step by step program. So it's a beautiful program, very enriching, very empowering, and it's immersion. It's deep immersion on yourself. Then you are, the first step is like you have to first identify your core values. You have to discover yourself. Once you discover your core values, and then you find out what are your limiting beliefs. So you eradicate those limiting beliefs. You empower yourself with the positive codes, the positive energy belief system then you develop for yourself.
Exactly.
And then you chalk out your outcome plan,
Okay.
that where you have to be heading to. It has to be aligned with your new empowered coding and your core system. Then only you are able to achieve the outcome. This is different from the resolutions and all. Resolutions fail, but the outcomes don't fail, because outcomes are based on your core values and your empowered codings.
Okay.
So, and when you have chalked down where you have to be reaching, it's like a GPS fitted inside you.
Okay.
So then you have the supporting system. Then you basically unleash yourself. You're moving ahead into the place where you really want to be.
Okay.
And then you attach it with other important aspects of the life, and then when you enrich it with other factors, the other hacks that for your life, then it is, you actually create your own blueprint of your life. You see your life yourself beautifully. It's earlier, it's like running on a treadmill. You are running, you are on your life on a treadmill. You're running, but you're not reaching anywhere. And if you
Yeah.
just lose a balance on the treadmill, then you fall back.
Exactly.
Whereas through the life coaching program, it's like a GPS fitted inside you, where you feed in actually that you have to go to this area, this road, this building, this house number, or whatever, and you are driving your own car. So it's like taking charge of your life. So that's the difference between a life coach person and a non-life coach person. So it's that beautiful. Really, it's it's very important, and I feel everyone must have those methodologies. It's like strategically living your life. Anything which you plan out, you strategically plan out. You live like it's a planned structure. Anything which is planned comes out beautiful. So you're talking about your life. You have only one life. You can't risk it. You can't delay your success. You can't risk your happiness. So as early as you start, I think it should be made like everyone should be taking it. It is that beautiful thing. And it is that important for everyone. It even teaches you how you should be taking the decisions of your life. At the time of taking decision, your destiny is shaped.
Okay.
So if you are taking wrong decisions, that's where you lead to. If you're taking the right decision, you are at a different place. Yeah. So there is a methodology, there are components attached to taking the right decisions of your life. Exactly. And these are again based on your compositions, your beliefs, and everything. So these are important factors that we consider in life coaching program, and we inculcate that into you, you absorb it, it becomes the treasures for the life.
Definitely, definitely. That was really informative. So, guys,
Thank you.
yeah. So, guys, go through the links down below and connect with Jaya Khanna to dream and empower yourself, right? So, Jaya, it was really a wonderful evening today, and we spent a very good time talking, discussion about this kind of things. And I want to know, like, the viewers will, how the viewers will react about it, and how their life will change after hearing about this. So. Thank you, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for calling me over. It was such a pleasure. I feel honored to be here on the call. And thank you so much, listeners and the audiences. And I hope I have added value to you. Thank you so much for being here.
Definitely, you did. All right.
Thank you
Bye,
so
Jaya.
much. Thank you so much, Abhishek. Bye bye.